All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are looking live at the hard court they call Kitty City here on the campus of River Falls High School in the fighting city of River Falls, Wisconsin. Today's junior varsity action between the Ashland Ordockers and your River Falls Wildcats. Melissa?
Yeah, this should be a good matchup. Thanks much to Ashland for coming down and having this Saturday afternoon game. I know the time was switched around quite a few times with some boys' games that were rescheduled. As with COVID, we just roll with it.
I tell you what, I'm kind of goofy that way, which is probably not the first time that's been said. But I like sometimes when you're searching around information on the interweb.
Yeah.
You start to find little rabbit holes of information. I was kind of looking up the Ordocker name, and which I kind of already knew about it anyway, but I just wanted to find some more information and some interesting stuff.
Really?
Back in the day, yeah. Which we'll talk about that a little bit more at the varsity game. But if we have, if you want to, we can talk about it now.
Yeah,
we can throw it out there.
We got a minute.
So probably the best quote that I read, it was a story, a guy from like the Milwaukee Sentinel or Journal or whatever had written a story. I think he travels around the state of Wisconsin and kind of writes kind of like a Boyd Hooper type of stuff.
Yeah.
Land of 10,000 Lakes, but this is for Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And so his article that particular day, and this was a few, probably like 6-7 years ago, but it was a story on whether they were going to take the big ore dockers. So that's how they transported iron ore from the trains to the ships, that took it over to the steel mills across the Great Lakes and Ohio and Pennsylvania. Well, there was a little bit of I guess some people can chime in too, and if they know, but there was a quote a guy said, it was an old timer. He said, oh yeah, because they ended up keeping it, I guess, and using it as a fishing pier, because it's like 1,800 feet long and it's like 80 feet high.
Wow.
And so the guy said, yeah, my best memories were drinking a quart, that's what he said, drinking a quart of grain belt and climbing from cabbies and then driving and then climbing around the big dock, back when I was in college at Northland College. And I was reading some of those quotes some of the guys way back then. That was back in the 60s, I guess.
A lot of history, though. Involved in
no telling what those guys were doing at Northland College in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're about to get underway. The Ordockers and Wildcats going toe-to-toe. Probably the best nickname in the history of Wisconsin high school athletics.
I think
no doubt about it.
You think of Wisconsin and what we're kind of known for, but nobody has the name like cheese, like the Hudson cheese.
Well, no.
Or
where did I? Oh yeah, I'm gonna get this right here.
I agree.
Right? What else? We got the Badgers. We got lots of that.
Right off the bat, number 44, Jolie Lowmaster, bangs one down from 15 feet, and the Ordockers are up by 2. Jolie Lowmaster has the distinction of being listed on every team in the Ordocker program. She's on the varsity roster, the JV1 and the JV2.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry. Nope, she's not on JV2.
Okay.
I apologize. Getting the start here for the Ordockers. Hannah Bachler driving baseline against Becca Randleman. We'll have a little happy birthday. Nice defense by the dancer.
There we go.
Daphne Whiter. It'll be Wildcat ball.
Good job, Daphne. Causing that turnover. Good defense.
Starting 5 for the Wildcats. Jordan Torres, Emily Van Osdel. There's Becca Randleman right there for 3. She tries to rattle it home. No good.
Good job, Torres.
And Lowmaster rebound, but stolen and back out to Randleman. The Big O Lily Burke also in the starting 5, and that's Torres. Slices and dices her way through the lane. Ties the ball game up at 2 apiece.
That was good job. Jordan got the ball, looked around the court to see and saw kind of a little gap there in the lane and took it to the hoop.
Daphne Whiter guarding Lowmaster down low. Up the court comes the Wizard of Oz, Emily Van Osdel. Lily Burke from the left side, just short, no good. Rebounded by the Wizard of Oz.
Emily.
She gets the hoop and the hack, and she'll go to the line for one shot as referee Gary Campbell calls the foul on number 2, Hannah Bachler.
Emily's done a really nice job as the season has progressed in getting those weak side rebounds and putbacks.
Always a bonus from your point guard as well. Van Osdol's free throw up and good. She completes the 3-point play. And the Wildcats should have 5, and they do now. Down low to Lowmaster. No good. Rebounded by Torres.
She pushes the ball up the court.
Torres up with a left hand. That's a good-looking shot. Tiptoeing through the tulips. Jordan Torres with a left hand off the glass. She walked the plank down the Ordocker and laid it up for 2. Wildcats up by 5 with 13:49 left in the first half.
Good defense there by Whiter, not letting that ball get into the paint.
I should ask that other. I know Mr. Campbell on the baseline, and the other referee, he refs all the time, but I don't know his name. I should ask him one day.
Isn't he a Pahacek?
Rebound by Randleman out to Torres. Torres going coast to coast.
Nice pass.
Out to the Dancer. The Dancer
Great
up, no
pass.
good. Rebounded by Lily Miller. And Miller brings it up for the Ordockers.
Good look by Torres. Speaking of Jordan, her grandma from Green Bay is tuning in right now. Thanks for watching.
Hello, Grandma. That's a nice kiss off the glass by sophomore Lily Miller. That cuts the Ordocker deficit down to 3. Randleman goes baseline all the way to the hoop. She was almost too wide open.
I think so.
Hits it off the front of the iron and rebounded by Natalia Ante. Becca Randleman blasted her way to the backboard, but came up empty. There's another 15-footer by Lowmaster. No good. Rebounded by Becca Randleman. Van Osdol, nice penetration out to Lily Burke.
That's good.
Count it, nothing but the bottom of the net.
They're definitely leaving our girls kind of open out in the 3-point. Maybe they'll start to guard them a little bit closer as some of these start to drop. Yeah.
Good penetration from the Wizard of Oz.
Mm-hmm. Good defense by Torres.
Vanessa Butler-Bell tried to go backdoor. Errant pass goes out of bounds. It'll be Wildcat ball. Now in for the Ordockers, number 11, Reese Wiggins, and number 14, Elena Seeger.
And in for the Wildcats, Cheyenne Wilson and Brooklyn Bishop. We've got our freshmen out there.
Good nice backdoor by
Great
Burke.
pass.
The Wizard of Oz, Emily Van Osdol, hits her, and Burke will go to the line for 2 shots. That foul on Elena Seeger, her first, team second. Justin, great backdoor by backdoor cut by the Big O.
It was, and good luck and find her. And now let's see if we can hit them free throws.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the first one's up and good. We were trying to jinx and sort of opposite
There you
jinx
go.
the varsity last game to no avail. But Burke hits both of hers, and the Wildcats are staked to a quick 8-point lead with 12-10 left in the first half. JV team has been rolling pretty good this year.
Yeah, they have. Good job out of the gate here.
Just 1 loss on the season or 2?
Two.
Just 2 losses on the season.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 1-2 Memorial, which then they beat Memorial.
Yeah.
So that was a little revenge game there. They were pretty happy when they came out and won that. And then the other loss was to Prescott. Good Prescott JV team. They hadn't lost for like 40 games or something like that. 30 games maybe.
Yep, it was 30.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah, so they've had a good season so far.
Hannah Bachler in the corner for the Ordockers. She's looking down low to Seeger. Seeger guarded by
She picked her pocket.
Cheyenne Wilson. It'll stay here, Ordocker ball.
Good disruption by Burke.
Sophomore Lily Miller, captain in the ship for the Ordocker. She gets it down low on the block, turns around with a left hand up and good. Nice left hand by Lily Miller. Cuts the lead to 6. There's Lily Burke for three from the right side. No good. And rebounded by Reese Wiggins. Here come the War Dockers. Well, for any Ashland or Docker junior varsity fans,
Cheyenne.
there's a steal by Cheyenne Wilson over to Torres. There's Lily Burke wide open, sprinting up the left side.
Oh, darn it.
No good. And rebounded by Miller. Any Ordocker junior varsity fans that are watching the game, please feel free to chime in on the chat version underneath the game on the River Falls YouTube sports channel. If we're mispronouncing a name or if you have some fun facts and info about your squad or your school, we would love to hear from you.
That would be great. I think it looks like at the top row over there we've got some Ashland fans that are live streaming it both on their phones. We should maybe go let them know that we got it covered for them. They can put their phones down, huh?
There's a three-point attempt by Botchler. No good. Rebounded by Lily Burke. And here comes Captain Kirk, the Wizard of Oz, Emily Van Osdel.
Nice pass.
Down low to Torres. Nice little footwork down low on the block, Kevin McHale style. And Jordan Torres up with the left hand once again, this time for the three-point play. That foul was on number 14, Elena Seeger. That's her second and team third. Now in for the Ordockers, number 3, which they do not have one on the roster. And number 5, Adeline Lund.
Yeah. If anybody knows who they are.
Check that JV2 roster.
I did.
We did. Yeah. Let us know in the chat if you know who these athletes are.
We'll go check it at halftime for sure.
There
But
we
there's
go.
a steal by Torres
Comes Burke.
up ahead to Lily Burke and the Big O. No good. Rebounded by Miller. 14-6 your score, 9:52 left in the first half. On the court for the Wildcats, Bishop, Randleman, Torres, Burke, and Wilson. Inside to Lund. No good. Rebounded by Chewbecca Randleman, and she flies up the court to the right side, pulls it back to a wide-open Brooklyn Bishop. She sets it up. Burke from the left side for three. No good. Rebounded by Lund. I think that'll be... Oh, they're going to call Wildcat ball. Back in the game for the Wildcats, number 15, Daphne Whiter.
Good
Nice
look.
pass from Randleman
in
inside
there.
to Whiter. And the dancer will go to the line after the hoop and the hack. That puts the Wildcats up by 10. The dancer, Daphne Whiter, at the line for one shot.
These girls are getting some really good passes and looks in so far in this game.
Third foul already on Elena Seeger. And she'll take a break. No, excuse me. And Miller will take a break. Seeger still in the ball game. Back in for the Ordockers, number 2, Hannah
There we
Bachler.
go. Great
Wildcats
job, Daphne.
knocking it down from the free throw line. Scoreboard says we're up by 10. I thought we were up by 11.
We are. It's 11 now.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Number 3 down low to Lund. Out of bounds. It'll stay here, Ordocker ball. Now in for the Ordockers, number 11, Reese Wiggins. And back in for the Wildcats, Emily Van Osdel. Bachler over to Wiggins, and Wildcats in a man-to-man defense. Good movement by the Ordockers.
Yeah. Good patience.
Wilson guarding Wiggins. The 2 W's.
Ooh, good.
Randleman
good
goes
try.
for the steal,
Yeah.
and Bachler wide open 15-footer, no good, but rebounded by number 3.
Oh.
Once again, I apologize. We don't have number 3's name. We'll find that out at halftime.
We've got Paul, Lynn, and Audra Aderman tuning in. They say, let's go, Cats.
As always, Aderman's glad to have you. If your Ordocker fans are watching on TV and you're not on your phone and you don't see the chat thing, you can text me 715-307-2360, 715-307-2360, and let me know who number 3 is for the Ordockers on the junior varsity squad.
We've got the Wilson crew watching from the Buffalo County cabin today. Thanks for tuning in. Taking a break from the snow and the beauty that is
Boom.
the cabin.
Maybe our director of photography, Jenna Peters, could, while they're shooting free throws, could lean over and ask who number 3 is. Now in the game for the Ordockers, number 25. Hallianna Gore. Up and good. That free throw cuts the Ordocker deficit down to 9. Brooklyn Bishop all the way to the rack with a left hand up. No good.
Good idea.
And rebounded, loose ball rebound by Cheyenne Wilson.
Good kick out.
Over to a wide open Emily Van Osdal. She passes up the 3. Becca Randleman calling for it. She gets
pass.
it, and she almost knocks it down just off the back iron. She messed up the call right there. That was going to... Nice offensive series for the Wildcats. Good ball movement.
Good help defense there.
Good pass by Wilson back to Van Osdal and back to Randleman for a wide open 3. That's what you try to get, Melissa.
Yeah, those girls can shoot it.
Back in for the Wildcats. The Big O, Lily Burke.
We've got Grandma Ann tuning in
We had
and Muriel Bright.
Appreciate it. We had a Ordocker fan text me. Number 5 is Katrina Zunker, and number 3 is Sonia Root. Thanks for letting us know. We'll get that fixed. Oh, okay, yeah, Adeline. Okay. So it's this one here. There's a steal by Bachler, number 3. Appreciate that information. Back to the action. There's a steal by Chu, Becca Randleman, over to Emily Van Osdal, but great hustle by Hannah Bachler. She knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Wildcat ball on the baseline. Back in for the Ordockers, number 15, Lily Miller. Yeah, the roster that the Ordockers gave us, it had everybody's name but Sonia Root. Wonder why that does that.
I don't know. It gives it some feedback. Sorry about that, folks.
Here come the Ordockers. 17-8 Wildcats with a 9-point lead, 6:46 left in the first half. Ordockers moving the ball very well, playing good defense.
Good defense.
Great job, Randleman.
Just haven't knocked down quite as many shots as the Wildcats have. Wildcats been a little bit closer range. There's Becca Randleman all the way to the rack. That's at point-blank range, and Randleman will go to the line. This will be the third hoop and hack three-point play the old-fashioned way for the Wildcats here in the first half. Now in for the Ordockers, number 43, Olivia Rowley. She's a freshman.
There we go. Nice job, Cats, hitting those free throws today.
Both squads, both junior varsity squads from Ashland and River Falls with a plethora of uniforms. River Falls has a couple of girls that play on the varsity, and they have different unis, and Ashland does as well. There's a loose ball steal by Jordan Torres. Emily Van Osdal sees a crease, and she hits it left hand In and out and rebounded by Gore.
That defied the laws of gravity right there.
Van Osdal having a great first half, distributing the ball well and getting inside and shooting it when she has to.
Good defense.
Steal once again by the Wildcats. Backdoor look from Van Osdal to Burke. Becca Randleman off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Whiter, but it'll be off her hands and Ordocker basketball.
5:27 left to go here in this first half. 28, Wildcats are ahead. Looks like we've got a TV timeout.
Brittany Brennan, head coach for the JV Ordockers, calls a timeout. Let's listen to see what
and then we have to have great
Coach
ball
Lumen
movement,
has
right?
to say.
We kind of feel dead right now, even though we're up by 12. But let's get the ball moving on offense. Great attacking, though. Don't stop that. Okay, defensively, let's turn it up. Offense, ball movement, and attack.
Love it.
Let's go.
Ball movement and attack. I love it.
They have been doing just that.
And you know what? I think they were coached before this game really to just get it and go.
Had a good conversation with Ashland's varsity head coach, Betty Erickson. What a nice person that is right there. Gave me some information on a lot of her kids and where they're going to college next year and some other. We'll get into that during the varsity game. Very nice lady. She's a Ashland graduate from 1989.
Oh, great.
She was the JV coach for 5 years. This is her first year at the helm for the varsity.
Okay.
Good pressure by Torres on 15, Lily Miller. Miller goes baseline, up with a left hand,
take.
no good. Miller's had
Miller.
a host of good takes with that left hand. She gets away with a reach in, and here comes Van Osdal. From 17 feet, Lily Burke stops and pops.
Great shot by Burke.
Lily Burke tickles the twine to put the Wildcats up by 14, 4:53 left in the first half. In for the Wildcats, Randleman, Burke, Van Osdal, Whiter, and Torres. There's a 14-footer by Lowmaster. Lowmaster's drained a couple of those. That one, the bank is open on Saturday, First National Bank style. Backdoor cut by Randleman. It'll be off the foot of Hannah Bachler. It'll stay here, Wildcat ball. And for the Ordockers, the trifecta of Natalia Ante, Vanessa Butler-Bell, and and Sonia Root. There's a three-point attempt by Burke, no good, and rebounded by Miller.
Good rebound by Miller.
Miller and Lowmaster leading the way in the scoring column for the Ordockers in the first half. Miller with that driving left hand, and
Good help by
Lowmaster with a
Whiter.
nice little 15-footer. She's knocked home from the right elbow a couple of times already in the first half. Randleman on Bachler.
There we go. Good disruption.
Daphne Whiter is going to get called on the foul. Hannah Bachler's going to go to the line for 2 shots. Just the first foul on Whiter and team second. Hannah Bachler, a freshman, her first attempt, up and good. Now in for the Wildcats, number 20, Brooklyn Bishop, and number 5, Cheyenne Wilson.
Cheyenne's brother, Monty, is wrestling with the Wildcat wrestling team at regionals today in Eau Claire North. Shout out to them. And
Monty Wilson, the heavyweight.
He's the heavyweight, yes.
For the Wildcat squad.
He's the one that gets to eat all the time.
Yeah, there's no cutting weight with that boy.
Nope, not at all.
Becca Randleman with the rebound.
Nice
and
take.
Chantel Torres takes it coast to coast. I'm sorry.
Jordan.
Chantel would be her mom.
You just got it. You have to do it once a game at least, Greg. Just
The
be
Chantel,
consistent.
it just fits so well.
I
And it's
know.
not even Torres anymore. It's Dulas.
It is. She got married last
And so
summer.
not only am I messed up on the first name, I messed up on the last name.
That's all right.
Inside to Sonia Root. No good. Rebounded by Vanessa Butler-Bell and back out to Bachler. Jordan Torres
Good
went
help.
coast to coast for the Wildcats. Jordan Torres having a heck of a ball game.
She's playing well.
Smooth left hand, and she's taking good shots.
And passing the ball well, too. Seeing the court.
24-11, your score first half, 2:34. They're going to get Torres with a kick out of bounds. It'll stay here, or Docker ball.
Good idea there, though, by Sonia. Look for that cut.
Coach Brennan barking out some signals for the Ordockers. She's right by the court microphone. You might be able to pick that up.
Good defense.
Bishop on route at the top of the key. Down low to Butler-Bell. And back out to Ante. Cheyenne Wilson tries to play a little help side defense with a steal. Butler-Bell gets it back, and the Ordockers set up. Nice pass inside from Root to Miller. That's 2 points. And the Ordockers are back within 11. There's a little left-handed runner again by Torres. That shot was a little hurried. Here come the Ordockers.
Oh. Little floater.
Bachler,
It was a floater.
coast to coast, she floats it in. And Bachler's going to go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. Back in with 3 fouls comes number 14, Elena Seeger. Bachler, the freshman, her attempt short off the front iron. She hustles
hustle.
to get her own rebound, and it's secured by Seeger. Wildcats,
Timeout.
I'll say the Wildcats got away with a little bit of a reach-in, but Coach Brittany Brennan calls a timeout. Smart call by the coach.
Right? They're not gonna roll over, right? Okay. Minute and a half. We need to finish the half. Okay. 9-point game, guys.
This is not what it should be.
Right?
Just call for the ball and we'll hear you.
We're looking up. Gotta have good vision. Run the court. Let's go. Finish this half.
Good vision.
Cats on 3, 1, 2, 3, cats!
Well, there's Coach Lumen talking to his Cats. He said we're going to finish strong. There's 1:37 left in the first half. Melissa, what do the Cats have to do to push this lead back up to 10?
I think we're going to see.
Other than score one more basket.
I think we're going to see them be pretty aggressive on defense and try and get a steal and fast break here in this minute and 37.
I think the reason I called Jordan Chantel because I seem like I talked to Chantel for like youth softball and coordinating the baseball field, and
Oh,
then
for
Chantel's gonna help us out at the concession stand this summer.
Yep. She works at Meyer Middle School and then also is our head softball coach here at the high school.
But yeah, I've talked to her quite a bit recently for concession stand help, so we appreciate her for that as well.
Got some shout outs here. Jim and Emily are watching in Florida. Beth Ratzlaff and Charlie in Lakeville, and Joe Careful is watching this afternoon. I imagine with Christine and the dogs.
Lily Miller dribbles it off her foot, but they're going to call, I believe, a foul.
Yeah, I think a reach on number 5.
Yeah, on Cheyenne Wilson. Little reach in. Wilson's first, team fourth.
Minute 32 here.
There's an errant pass.
Good
Stolen
hustle.
by hustling Torres, and I think they're going to get a hack on Hannah Bachler, and Torres will go to the line for...
Or no?
I think they might be calling that one on the ground,
foul.
Greg.
Okay.
Yep.
That's all right.
It was called on Bachler. That's her second, team sixth. And Wildcats get it out on the
Give it to
baseline.
her.
Correct call there. Little left-hand turnaround
Nice.
in the lane. Nice shot by Jordan Torres. Wildcats back up to an 11-point lead, 1:20 left in the first half. Brooklyn Bishop guarding Sonia Root.
Ooh.
Becca Randleman gambled and lost, went for the steal. Hannah Bachler takes it all the way to the rack, and she'll go to the line for 2 shots.
It's Cheyenne's second foul.
And team 5th, Bachler's first attempt up and no good, just off the front iron. Now in for the Wildcats, number 15, the dancer, Daphne Whiter. Bachler's second attempt, nothing but the bottom of the net.
A little press on here.
Ordocker's bringing some pressure up on the other side.
Nice pass. Kick out.
Torres in the lane again with the left hand, and she gets that one to go down. Torres leading the way for the Wildcats here in the first half as they take a 12-point lead, 44 seconds left in the first stanza.
35 seconds left.
For those of you just joining us, I'm here with Director of Photography
defense,
Jenna
Brooklyn.
Peters,
Good job.
Director Producer Justin Wilson, the best color commentator on planet Earth, Melissa Wilson, and I'm your play-by-play man, Greg Peters. There's a 3-point attempt from
On the line.
They're going to call it a 2. Foot was on the line.
Nice
Brooklyn
shot.
Bishop, nothing but the bottom of the net.
Very pretty shot there.
Wildcats stake to a 15-point lead.
Good defense, Torres.
There's a 3-point attempt by Bachler, rebounded by Torres right at the buzzer.
Yeah.
And that's your halftime score. River Falls 31, Ashland 16. They move it back
It should
to
be 30.
Okay.
Correct. Yep.
Wildcats up
There you go.
14. Correct score, Wildcats 30 and Ashland 16. Did you guys want to do anything or pop any pictures up at halftime or take a little break?
We can take a little break. Let's go ahead and
Yeah.
pop up the first, first through third graders?
We can do that,
Just
yeah.
in case not everybody
Yeah,
visits
we'll
the,
do that. We'll do
varsity.
that. Sure.
Yeah.
Well, this morning,
Oh,
and
fun.
as happens a lot in the wintertime, every Saturday morning, Coach Dick and Coach Melstrom and a handful of varsity players, today it was most of the entire team, they went to sign some posters with our first through third grade program here in River Falls, and they also work on some shooting and fundamentals and things like that. So that was over, I believe, at Greenwood Elementary early this morning. So there's the squad, Coach Stick and the varsity, and then all the first through third graders. Usually that picture has about double the girls. I think some of them, with what's going on, they maybe not going to sign up. But that program, the River Falls Youth Program, is scot-free for the first through third graders. There is no charge. So if some of the parents are watching in and you want to get your kid involved, and she's a first through third grader, and you just didn't know or a little late, contact the River Falls Youth Girls Basketball, and we'll try to get your daughter
Yeah.
in. I'm sure we can probably swing something.
Is it free every year?
It is.
It is. So
Yeah.
even if you didn't get through to this year, put it on
Yeah.
your calendar
Yeah.
for next year to check in on it.
That was not the case quite a few years ago, but then we
Yeah.
decided that it is
great.
free.
No, that's awesome.
Or if you have a neighbor or you're a teacher, tell the kids in your class. It's a great way for them to just try out the sport, and they always have a great time doing it.
And I think it's a great, it's awesome that the varsity, Coach Ian Stick, they donate and volunteer their time and for the kids in town, and I know the girls have a good time. So I think that today was kind of a special day. All the kids got a signed autographed poster. Mm-hmm. And on that, and I wish I did have that varsity poster. Coach Melstrom looks like she's about 6'5" in it because it wasn't one picture taken. It was individual shots, and then they sort of whatever that's called, photoshopped them in or whatever.
Yep, Monica had to get creative with all of this
Coach
year.
Stick looks like he's about 5'4", and Coach Melstrom looks like she's like 6'9".
She is 6. No, wait, she's not.
Olivia
that's
Pizzi
great.
looks like she's about 6'3" too in that picture.
That's great.
Well, we're going to take a little bit of a break, and we'll be back in about 7 minutes and 29 seconds for the conclusion in the second half of the River Falls Wildcats and Ashland Ore Dockers. Be back in a few.
Okay.
All right, Greg, welcome back.
There's about 37 seconds before the second half will get underway, and we're going to look at Angie Burke. She's the mom of number 0, Lily Burke, and she has a sign that she wanted to pop up to everybody.
She's got old school shout outs that she's given.
What
to
does that
people,
sign
Greg.
say?
What did it say?
Sodak.
Oh, South Dakota.
Sodak.
That's where they're from. I love it. Yep. Ann Klein usually watches from South Dakota. Grandma Ann. We've got Muriel Bright watching. Bob and Kathy are watching Egan hockey and Wildcat basketball. They're multitasking.
Doing double duty today.
I love it.
Well, a lot of those South Dakota folks will probably remember Russell the Muscle Blasius, a sharpshooter from Kimball, South Dakota, lit up the Corn Palace one night for 29.
What? I didn't know that.
That was before the
Corn
three-point
Palace?
line was up. He was knocking them down from all over the place in the Corn Palace.
Who hasn't been to the Corn Palace?
I have. I loved it.
That
That was before
amazing.
nylon nets. It was just a
It was a peach basket.
beach basket.
Yeah. Well, here's what we're going to do, fans. Melissa Wilson is going to try her hand at the play-by-play, and I'm going to switch over to the color commentary. Melissa, take it away.
This is a trial run for next week because Greg will be
Working.
Yes, he will be working, so he will not be at our broadcasts on Thursday and Friday next week. He'll be watching, but he will not be at the broadcast. Good take by Becca Randleman right to the hoop there.
Yeah, Randleman went strong to the baseline. She's got a good burst of speed, and she showed it right there, Melissa.
So Lily Miller bringing the ball up. I think we've got our starting 5 from the first half in for Ashland. And that is off of Jolie Lowmaster.
Lowmaster had a good first half. Hit a few jumpers from that elbow on the right side.
I think that's her favorite spot on the court.
That was a really good pass.
Out to Burke. Burke shoots the 3, and it's good. Nice pass there from Jordan Torres. Lily Burke for 3.
Burke's second three-pointer of the ball game, Melissa.
Lowmaster, a nice little seal there. And Daphne for the rebound. It's senior day here for our Wildcats. And Daphne's a senior, so we will miss her next year. Good kick out there. Oh, Burke for 2. Daphne got blocked. So back out to Miller. She sets the offense back up. Pass to Bachler. And a steal by Burke out to Torres to Randleman for 2. Nice little fast break there for the Wildcats. And a timeout for Ashland, 30-second timeout. Going to regroup here.
Good fast break there for the Wildcats.
Yeah. Good job pushing the ball up the court, causing some disruptions. 39-16 Wildcats.
You want to dive in here, Melissa?
Try your best not to
Yeah.
let her catch. Because she's so big that she's just going to turn and shoot. Like there's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah.
So try to prevent the catch. Okay. Again, let's turn it up on defense.
Yeah.
Turn it up on defense. Okay.
Let's go. Cats on 3. 1, 2, 3, cats!
Allie Rixman's back on the bench and street clothes, but back on the bench nonetheless. Good to see her back. Well, Melissa, anytime you can move the ball up court and the ball doesn't hit the wood too many times, that's a good fast break.
Yeah.
Passing is faster than dribbling.
That's right. That's why you do those drills in practice. And in for Ashland, we've got Olivia Rowley. I think she just came in. And Katrina Zunker. Fast break basket up and good by Lily Burke. We should probably thank First National Bank of River Falls, Prescott, and on the UWRF campus. They sponsor River Falls sports broadcasts. We won't be able to do this without them. And so Hannah Bachler takes it to the hoop. Greg, how do you remember all their names? How do you do it?
I don't.
I'm just wondering.
I don't.
How do you, it's super fast at it.
Well, one of the things that just a tip, if you see them dribbling, then you just look down real quick. You try to anticipate what they're going to do,
Okay.
and you get the number ahead of time. And then after, like, the first few times calling, you'll remember it.
Okay. All right.
That's what junior varsity games are all about. You're getting some practice in both on the court and in the booth.
Totally. Randleman for 3, in and out, and off Whiter. That'll be Ashland ball.
Wildcats have scored the first and only 11 points of the second half.
Yes.
It was 30-16 at the half. Now it's 41-16. A few minutes into stanza number 2.
Well, Coach Lumen talked about it too, tightening up the defense, and you're seeing that coming out in the second half here. Get a couple of steals, transitioning into fast break points.
That was some good fronting defense by Jordan Torres there on number 5, Katrina Zunker.
Great defense. And now she got the steal as a result of that. Lily Burke takes the ball up the court, pulls it back out to Van Osdal. Torres looking for that backdoor cut there. Wasn't there. And Emily to the hoop. She gets
Good block.
stripped by
Sonia Root.
Yeah, Sonia Root, number 3.
I was going to say, you might not have had that one on there. Good.
The root.
Back out to Root.
The root is on fire.
So Hannah takes to the hoop, back out, looking underneath. Out to Root. And that foul will be on Daphne Whiter on the floor.
They're going to get Whiter with the body.
It's our first foul of the second half with 11:43 left to go. And in for the Wildcats, Cheyenne Wilson and Brooklyn Bishop. And for Ashland, we have...
It's Reese Wiggins and number 25, Halliana Gore. Gore and Zunker donning the Wildcat colors.
It does look blue, but I think it's supposed to be more purple. Maybe.
Probably at one time it was.
Yeah, right.
That was probably the varsity jerseys in 2004.
I think that foul is on 35, Jordan Torres. I think so. Yep, that's Jordan's second foul. And so Sonia Root's taking the ball out. Nothing there.
Another thing you can do too, Melissa, when you're a play-by-play, or of course I can probably do it as a color commentary, but I'm going to get ready and say, that's the square root of 18. And Root lays it off the backboard and in.
I love it. Randleman for 3. A little short. And Reese Wiggins gets that rebound. Got Hannah Bachler bringing the ball up. Sonia Root over to, looks like she's going to take it herself. A little short. And Brooklyn Bishop gets the rebound. She pushes the ball up the court. Randleman's open underneath. She sees her, gets it to her. And Randleman gets fouled. She'll go to the line for 2. 41-18 Wildcats.
That was blocked by Halliana Gore. But Gore gets called with the foul. Her first, and that's just the team first in the second half.
First free throw is up and good. And in for the Wildcats now, back in Lily Burke, and Maya Ross is in, number 45.
In the ball game for the Ordockers, number 14, Eliana Seeger, and number 15, Lily Miller, who had a good first half for the Ordockers.
She did.
Seeger was in foul trouble much of the first half.
Okay. Lily Miller's waiting to set up the offense here, looking for something maybe in the paint.
Whoop.
Ooh, a little travel there.
Randleman's been playing some high-pressure defense today, gambling on a few occasions. And she'll get called with the foul on the arm there. Oh, they're going to call. Oh, yeah, it is. That's just Randleman's first foul, Melissa, and team third.
And now in for Ashland, we have Halliana Gore, and I think Morgan Anderson just came in. Good job, Becca.
Chewbecca Randleman. Good defense, and it goes off.
Yeah.
Reese Wiggins.
It's a Wildcat ball. Lily Burke bringing the ball up. Sets the screen for Randleman. Over to Maya. Maya shot fake. Cheyenne. With the spin move there, and she'll go to the line for two.
They're going to call that foul on Lily Miller. That's her second and team second.
First one's up and good. Nice.
Cheyenne Wilson hurts that ball on the dribble when she's shooting her free throws. She's going to...
Showing
that ball is going in.
Ball who's boss.
That ball knows who's the boss.
two power dribbles up and
no good. That one was off of Brooklyn Bishop's hand. Ten minutes left in the ball game. 43-18. Wildcats in the lead.
and we've got
That was blocked by Brooklyn Bishop.
good job, Brooklyn. She brings the ball up the court, stops, passes to Maya Ross, shoots the three.
Get in there.
Oh, darn it. Becca Randleman gets the rebound out to Burke, and Burke travels. Took a little extra step there.
Under the watchful eye of referee Gary Campbell.
Shakes the finger and says, "Nah, can't
Nope.
do that."
I caught you trying to cheat, Big O. Good defense on the block by Maya Ross. On number 14,
Yeah, working that little quarter front
Elena
back,
Seeger.
swinging around.
Working hard. Good job, Maya. Sonia Root drives baseline.
Dig.
Good block by Becca Randleman. It stays with Ashland. Jump ball. Ashland ball.
What is the rule on that, Greg? Do you know? So go to tie up a jump ball, and let's say our girl's stepping out of bounds,
Oh, yeah.
and they're in bounds. Is that still just a jump, or is that an out of bounds on us?
I'm pretty sure it's out of bounds on us, but I guess if they call the jump ball before she steps out of bounds,
Kicked. I think the ball was kicked.
maybe we can send it to the booth in New York and ask Brian Nadeau.
We'll check it. Yeah.
He would know. I can text him, but I'm pretty sure that it just depends on whether if she's stepping out of bounds when she grabs it, and it's just out of bounds on River Falls at that point.
I think the foul's on Cheyenne Wilson. That's her third.
But if she has it tied up, they call jump ball, and then she steps out of bounds. That's a
Yep, number 5. And so at the line is Sonia Root. 4 team fouls for the Wildcats, 2 for the Oredockers.
What's the square root of 18?
Square root of 18.
There isn't one.
I didn't think so. I was like, I don't know.
Director of photography Jenna Peters is chiming in, even though no one can hear.
Monty's taking the pre-ACT on Wednesday. Maybe he'll have to call you.
Good little shake, drive to the hole.
Good rebound, Brooklyn. Way to follow your shot. Good box out there by. I can't. Is it number 35?
Correct.
Okay. That was Natalie Ante. Good box out. Let that ball go out of bounds so they could keep possession or get possession. Greg, you are so much better at this than I am.
Well, you just don't wake up one day. You don't snap your fingers. It's a lot of hard work involved, Melissa.
I'm going to memorize everybody's name and number before the next 2 games.
Natalia, auntie.
Totally am.
Just pretend like you're telling a story.
Well,
Just
Monty
talk about
prepares
it.
for the ACT. I'm going to memorize these numbers and names.
Reese Wiggins goes to the rack. And in rhyming fashion,
Who was she fouled by?
the Big O gets the hack.
Oh.
And Wiggins will go to the line for one shot, Melissa.
Ross and Wilson come out for the Wildcats. We've got Daphne Whiter back in. Jordan Torres pushes the ball up the court to Whiter, off her hands, and Ashland picks it up.
That steal there by Lily Miller.
Sonia Root bringing the ball up to Reese Wiggins, and Burke gets the rebound. Lily looks to Van Osdal. Nice pass, and up for 2. It's good. She'll go to the line and shoot one more.
That foul on Ordocker, Sonia Root.
$7:25 left to go in the second half. 45-21. Emily's shot is up and good.
Wildcats doing a really good job of shooting free throws tonight.
Very good job from the line tonight.
Yep.
Sonia Root with the ball. Trying to get it down low to Jolie Lowmaster.
Lowmaster loves using that backboard, Lenny Fader style.
She does a really good job
Good
of
take by Emily. Up and good. 2
catching
points.
the ball high and keeping the ball high.
The Wizard of Oz, Emily Van Ozel's gone to the rack numerous times tonight. Good job with the penetration for number 13. 48-23, your score. Wildcats on top.
That rebounds by Jordan Torres.
And that's going to be a foul on.
I don't know what kind of
I don't know what happened there.
35 he called it on Torres, but I don't know how. That's the weirdest looking number 3 I've ever seen on a hand. He did this, and then this, and then this. He did that for 3.
I can't wait to watch it later. I hope you
maybe
got
it's
that,
got-
Jenna.
Maybe he's got a couple
I want to see what's
broken
going on there.
fingers.
You never know. Larry McCarron.
He held up a thumb. 3.5 of a.
3.5.
Yeah, it was, or maybe 4.5, but
Ball up top.
he has all his digits, but the coordination wasn't quite there on the.
There we go. And that's Lily Miller. Takes the ball to the hoop for 2.
She's a good little player. She's having a good game.
She is.
Lily Miller, the thriller.
And Jordan Torres gets her own rebound out to Brooklyn Bishop. Shoots. And that rebound again by Miller.
Wildcat fans will probably be seeing Samantha Alvey pretty soon.
Yep, she's in. Number 30.
Oh, she is in. Okay. Whoops.
Yep. And that was, I think, a jump ball
Correct.
between Whiter and Lowmaster.
I was looking for Alvey on the bench, and then whoop,
Where is she?
she snuck in on me.
She is. Number 30 is in for the Cats right now. Good backdoor by Bishop. Good cut.
Been a dominant second half for the Wildcats.
They played good basketball. Foul on maybe
Number 2.
number 2. Hannah Bachler.
Van Osdal to take the ball out underneath.
into Torres, who's open underneath the basket. It's up and good, and she is fouled by Lily Miller. Torres will go to the line to shoot one.
That's a third foul on the thriller, Lily Miller. Wish we had if we were taking stats, Melissa. I jinxed Jordan there again. I was going to say, well, I bet we're shooting 80% from the line as a team from the free throw line.
I think we've only missed maybe 3. Good defense. Jordan Torres with the rebound. She takes the ball down the court, passes to Alvey, and it is off of Bachler. Stay Wildcat ball.
Reese Wiggins in for the Ordockers.
Little conversation between the officials to make sure they got the call right. Looks like white ball.
Stay with the Wildcats.
Little confusion.
That was the correct call. That's what communication does for you, Melissa. You communicate, get the right call. Good job by the referees.
Daphne Whiter takes the outside shot.
The dancer.
And Reese Wiggins with the rebound. Ordockers bring it up the court, and the foul on Emily Van Osdal, I think. Foul with the body.
The Wizard of Oz will.
She did a really good job, though, exploding back and kind of trying to cut that off, but got her with too much of the body.
It'd be 1-1 for the Ordockers. They're in the bonus.
Miller to the line for
thriller.
1-1.
The thriller, Lily Miller, at the line for 1-1.
First one, no good. Like somebody got in the lane maybe a little early. NBA style.
I think it was the Wizard of Oz. I think Emily Van Osdal maybe tried to pinch Lowmaster a little early.
Really gets another chance at it here. And Daphne Whiter with the rebound. Out to Torres. Back out to Whiter, Van Osdal.
That was good defense by Seeger and Miller right there on Torres.
Van Osdal to Alvey. Alvey up. And Lowmaster gets the rebound.
Big rebound in traffic for Jolie Lowmaster.
There are a lot of jerseys underneath the basket at that time.
Yeah, she's tall. Got a big wingspan. Went up and got that one.
Lowmaster guarded by the dancer, Daphne Whiter, down low. Turns around and heaves it up. No good.
Torres with the rebound and out to Van Osdal. She'll bring the ball down the court. 3:30 left to go in the second half.
Wildcats stake to a 25-point lead, Melissa.
Good spin move by Van Osdal, and that is up and good.
The Wizard of Oz makes it 27.
52-25 Wildcats. Let's tune in here and see what Lumen has to say.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, in the head down there? Yeah. Yeah. I love it. Good. That's on YouTube, I'm pretty sure. Hey, a couple of you are just going to be playing a minute, quick breather, and then we're going to resub for the last couple minutes. Okay? Let's go.
That was an informative timeout right there.
I think the girls were talking about a few things, and Coach was letting them talk it through.
But, you want them to have fun and laugh. And
yeah.
I've had a good team effort here today. I think everybody has played really well.
I was watching the Ordocker timeout, and Coach Brittany Brennan still dialing up plays, and there's 3 minutes left in the game. They're still going at it, which is good to see.
It's respectable, absolutely. Starting our offense a little bit higher here, it looks like. Good try by Lily Miller to get that ball to Hannah Bachler off her foot.
It was good penetration by the thriller.
They drawed that. They drew that up well. Bring 44 up, get a good screen up top, open things up.
Drew, drat, draw.
Draw to Drew.
Torres up, no good. She gets her own rebound. Fighting, battling underneath there. And that'll be a jump ball. Ashland's ball. Got Hannah Bachler bringing the ball up for Ashland. Over to Lily Miller. It's patient. She gets a screen. And out on Lily Burke.
Wildcats are making the wholesale change.
It'll be Ashland's ball down low. So in for the Cats now, we've got Emily Van Osdal, Samantha Alvey, Daphne Whiter, Maya Ross, and Brooklyn Bishop.
The fearsome fivesome.
Into Lowmaster, she shoots, no good, and gets her own rebound. Out to Miller. And Bachler sets it up.
Whoop. It's all right.
Little extra step there. Back to Miller. Good defense by Van Osdal. Miller, a nice move with her left hand.
The thriller, Lily Miller.
Van Osdal pushes the ball up the court. Over to Alvey. Takes a dribble. Oh, off her foot or leg maybe.
She went up and got that ball.
So setting it up here is Lily Miller.
Good defense by Daphne.
Out to Miller. Over to Bachler. Still looking down low. Trying to get the post, the ball.
Miller back up top. Swinging around. And no good.
And rebound by Brooklyn Bishop after it's tipped by Whiter. Minute left here. 52-27 Wildcats. Backdoor by Maya. Good idea. Good idea, Maya. And timeout. Oh, travel.
No,
Ashland just called a timeout.
Oh, okay.
Substitution.
They're
Okay,
just
got
doing
it.
substitution.
Okay.
Just keep it. Let's roll it. Substitution.
Not travel. Let's roll it.
Correct.
Got it. Thank you. I just saw Campbell.
1, 2, 3, cat.
So in for Ashland, we've got Katrina Zunker,
Olivia Raleigh also in.
Vanessa Butler-Bell.
I like Raleigh's style with the purple tie-dyed shirt underneath the jersey.
I do like that.
I'm a big fan of 4-3 right there.
Bill Walton, like Jenna says.
Daphne Whiter on the floor.
Yeah, Raleigh going Bill Walton style with her uni today. I like her presentation.
Daphne's having a good game here. It's nice to see as a senior. And she's having some fun out there. I can see that smile behind her mask. Ball's live after the first one here. And Emily Van Osdal, jump ball with Root. And Ashland ball.
Wildcats taking it out on the baseline. Root and the Wizard of Oz were
Battling.
Wrestling with it.
wrestling with it.
Get in there, Maya Ross.
Try Maya.
That shot was blocked by Vanessa Butler-Bell. That last name sounds like it was one of the actresses on Saved by the Bell.
Oh, maybe.
They always seemed like the actors in the 90s always had like a hyphenated name, or their middle name was always used.
Yeah.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Yeah.
Get in there.
Oh, there we go. And that's Olivia Rowley for 2. Nice way to end the game, Olivia.
Bill Walton style.
Yes.
The tie-dyed shirt. And Raleigh knocks it home. That's your final point of the ball game, Melissa. Wildcats take this one by a final of 52-29.
Yeah, good team win there by our Wildcats. They played well today, and I think they did everything that Coach Lumen told them to do. Push the ball up the court.
How'd you like doing the play-by-play?
Take it into the paint. Well,
I thought you did well.
I don't know that the fans loved it, but
I was waiting for the.
Justin hit me quite a few times like you're supposed to be talking.
I was waiting for, and boom goes the dynamite.
And it wasn't that bad.
No.
Justin, that was really mean. Oh my
It was one of the. Hey, let's wrap this one up and close it down because the varsity game that we're going to have senior night, and we want to make sure we get the. We got quite a few, and just for those of you the Ashland fans that are watching the JV game that want to watch the varsity, you have to click off of this one and then go into the River Falls Sports YouTube channel and then click on the varsity game, and we will see you.